Hello and welcome back to our channel. Here we bring you the most mind-boggling news headlines from across the world. In this episode, we review the unusual stories that made headlines at the end of April, from a woman in Brazil attempting to take out a bank loan using a deceased man to a Belgian man with a rare condition producing alcohol in his body being acquitted of drunk driving charges. We've got it all. So buckle up and prepare to be amazed. Number 1. Brazilian police detain a woman suspected of taking a dead man to withdraw a bank loan. Brazilian police detained a woman suspected of taking a dead man, who she claimed was her uncle, to a bank in Rio de Janeiro to withdraw a loan. Footage shows the woman at the counter propping up the elderly man's head and trying to get him to sign for the pre-approved $3,000 loan. However, the man remains unresponsive. Bank employees had to call an ambulance after deciding he was not well. Paramedics determined the man had been dead for a few hours and was already deceased when brought to the bank. Police are investigating but have not yet charged the woman. The incident went viral on social media and sparked national discussion in Brazil. While the woman claimed the relationship, police are still determining their connection. The family lawyer disputes police account, saying the man arrived alive at the bank. Number 2. A Belgian man whose body produces alcohol in rare condition has been acquitted of drunk driving. A Belgian man has been acquitted of drunk driving charges because he suffers from a rare condition called auto-brewery syndrome. The syndrome causes the individual's body to produce alcohol even if they have not consumed any. His lawyer said 3 independent doctors confirmed the diagnosis. While some details were not released due to privacy laws, reports say the man works at a brewery in an unfortunate coincidence. However, medical experts say those with auto-brewery syndrome generally do not feel the effects of alcohol like others. The court emphasized the man did not show signs of intoxication. A hospital biologist explained more about the condition, noting those with it produce the same type of alcohol found in drinks, but may feel it less strongly. The man was acquitted due to the medical evidence proving his body was producing the alcohol, not from drinking. Number 3. A man accused of murdering a friend he thought summoned Bigfoot was found guilty. A Pontotoc County, Oklahoma man has been found guilty of murdering his friend during a fishing trip last July. Larry Sanders told investigators he killed Jimmy Knighton because he believed Knighton was summoning Bigfoot to kill him. At trial, Sanders took the stand and described strange events that day, claiming he saw a 12-foot-tall Bigfoot and heard Knighton howling into a pipe. He said Knighton was pressuring him to get a certain fish, making him suspicious of Knighton's intentions. Sanders admitted to strangling Knighton during a physical fight, but argued it was to take control of the situation, not kill him. However, prosecutors convinced the judge that Sanders intended to cause Knighton's death based on his actions. Sanders now faces life in prison. While there was disagreement on intent, both sides agreed that Sanders unlawfully killed Knighton during their fishing outing last summer. Number 4. Former Yankee Fritz Peterson, who famously traded wives and children with teammate, dead at 82. Former New York Yankees pitcher Fritz Peterson has died at age 82. Peterson was known for an unusual incident where he and his teammate Mike Kekich officially swapped wives and children in 1973 after the two couples grew close. Peterson and Kekich's wife Suzanne fell in love, as did Kekich and Peterson's wife Marilyn. The two families began exchanging partners, and the players traded families that year. While Peterson remained with Suzanne for life, Kekich and Marilyn's marriage did not last. Peterson had an 11-year MLB career spanning 1966-1976 with the Yankees and later the Cleveland Indians and Texas Rangers, compiling a 133-131 record and .330 ERA during his time in the major leagues. He had been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease later in life. Number 5. Police reviewing footage after video emerges of man biting a young boy's ear at World Snooker Championship. South Yorkshire police have confirmed they are reviewing footage of an incident that occurred at the World Snooker Championship. The footage shows a man leaning into a young boy and appearing to bite his ear. The incident was captured live on the BBC's coverage of the event and spotted by viewers. The man and boy seemed unfazed and smiled and waved at the camera after realizing they were on TV. The clip has caused outrage on social media. While analysts Stephen Hendry and John Parrott continued their discussion unaware, the man at one point got his phone out to record them. South Yorkshire police said they received a report about the video circulating online showing a man and boy at the event. Officers will be reviewing the content, but urge the public not to speculate as they look into the circumstances surrounding the incident. Number 6. California establishes nation's first drinking water limit in response to Erin Brockovich contaminant. California regulators have voted to establish the nation's first drinking water limit for hexavalent chromium, also known as chromium-6, setting it at 10 parts per billion. The move aims to reduce cancer and kidney disease risks from long-term exposure through drinking water. Water providers will need to start testing for the chemical within 6 months and submit compliance plans if levels exceed the limit, with some required to comply within 2 to 4 years depending on customer numbers. While a step forward, some argue the limit should be lower for better health protection. Compliance is estimated to cost water systems hundreds of millions annually. The chemical became widely known due to the film Erin Brockovich about contamination of a California community's water. The new rule puts pressure on other states to also regulate this chemical found in over 200 million Americans' drinking water. Number 7. Search continues in Maine as officer is charged with lying about taking missing person to hospital. A Maine police officer has been charged with several crimes in relation to a missing person case from January. Chandler Cole, a sergeant with the Washburn Police Department, had claimed he dropped off the missing man, Eric Foote, at a hospital after picking him up on the road. However, an investigation found Cole altered his report to reflect the hospital drop-off, and there is no record of Foote at any hospital. Cole is accused of falsifying his report, tampering with public records, and other charges. He has since resigned from the police department. Foote remains missing, and another search party is planned this weekend. The case has gripped the small town of 1,500 people. The Aroostook County Sheriff's Office is now handling the investigation into Foote's disappearance as Washburn operates without a police force for now following retirements and resignations in the department. Number 8. Wild goose chase gets happy ending after birds stolen from Texas park found. A family in Texas is searching for their stolen geese. According to the family, 10 geese were taken from their property in San Antonio sometime between April 1st and 5. They believe the geese, which include various breeds such as Toulouse, Emden, and African geese, were stolen for their meat. The geese are described as extra large and unable to fly. The family cares for the geese, which they've had for over 20 years, and is concerned for their well-being if not properly cared for. They have filed a police report in the hopes of recovering their geese. Owning geese is a unique part of their family life in Texas, and they want them returned home safely. Anyone with information on the stolen geese is asked to contact the police or the family. Number 9. Leicester streetlights stuck on all day due to cyber attack. Some streetlights in Leicester have been stuck on all day due to a technical issue related to the cyber attack that hit Leicester City Council in March. Resident Roger Ewins noticed the lights in his area of Beaumont Leys were constantly illuminated and contacted the council for an explanation. He was told the attack affected the central management system for street lighting, causing some lights to misbehave by remaining on. While the default is for faulty lights to stay on to avoid safety issues, it is costly to have them burning all day and night. The council is aware of the problem, but said resolving it will take time as multiple steps are required. Ewins and other locals have complained about the wasting of energy and costs associated with lights not operating as normal since the cyber incident crippled council IT systems several weeks ago. Number 10. Florida couple. Sorry for waving guns. Outside daycare. We're not bad people. A Florida couple is apologizing after brandishing rifles outside a Miami daycare center, triggering an emergency lockdown. Miguel Ruiz and Estrella Pereira pulled 2 guns from their car in the parking lot, with one woman saying Ruiz aimed at the building and at a mother picking up her toddler. The pair claimed they did it to take pictures for social media as bodybuilders posing with muscles and guns. However, they said they didn't realize it was near a daycare. Staff and parents feared for the children's safety. While Pereira insisted they meant no harm, police charged the couple with aggravated assault with a firearm and exhibiting a weapon near school property. Pereira and Ruiz said they are not bad people and would never hurt anyone, but their gun stunt understandably caused alarm at the daycare. And that wraps up our whirlwind tour of the most bizarre news headlines from the last week of April. We hope you enjoyed this wild ride through the wacky and outrageous stories that left us scratching our heads and laughing out loud. From a man accused of murder because he believed his friend summoned Bigfoot, who knew Bigfoot had such powers, to the unforgettable tale of a former Yankee player who famously traded wives and children with a teammate. Talk about a unique form of team bonding. We've certainly witnessed some jaw-dropping moments. Remember, these stories remind us that truth can indeed be stranger than fiction. It's a reminder that the world is full of surprises, and you never know what outrageous news might be lurking around the corner. If you found yourself entertained and couldn't help but chuckle at these peculiar tales, make sure to hit that subscribe button and join our community of fellow enthusiasts for the bizarre and outrageous. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for the extraordinary, and we'll see you soon. Stay weird, stay subscribed, and stay tuned for more outrageous adventures with us.